of all giving honor to God and our Lord and Savior, Barack Obama. Barack Obama.
On the Big 89.
I'm just a slut.
Good morning, John.
I can't believe I said that. I would like to withdraw that comment.
We have it for 10 years.
What was that? I said I was just a slut over what?
It doesn't really matter. Just the fact you said it is enough for us.
Yeah, but you're taking it as usual in the
out of
broadcast
context, yes.
media, out of context.
Exactly. I admit it.
WLS.
I admit it.
I think I said I was just a slut with respect to
It doesn't matter.
running a story, trying to use the mighty 50,000, whatever it is, watt blowtorch to get us, talk about a story I was writing.
It doesn't matter. You
and
said
now
it. You said it.
forevermore, I am going to be shamed.
Yes.
So when I go postal here in a couple of weeks, everyone could say, he was a quiet man. He kept to himself.
We have 2 hours, as always, 9 to 11, in for Bruce and Dan, who are in for Don and Roma. And a reminder, you want to wish, send Don a get well, you can. It's getwelldon@gmail.com or go to the website, WSAM.com, and you can do that.
Yes.
Still undergoing treatment.
Good luck, Dan. Good luck, Roma.
It's going to be an interesting show today. You came out yesterday, we were talking about who's going to be in the 2nd District.
Yeah, well,
who the person is who's probably going to win.
Yes, and while we were talking, one friend of the show, Representative Monique Davis, called in and basically threatened to drop dimes on anyone she didn't like. Remember, that was just great, wasn't it?
And her cell phone was cutting out, so we don't know who those people are.
On all the juicy parts. But she did say, and I had it in the column today with mention of Jake Hartford and me doing this show, that she said, going to Washington isn't about playing footsie with females or something like that. So she obviously understands that the 2nd Congressional District has had its problems with respect to men who've been in that office.
Maybe they should make all Congress females.
I don't know if women think differently than men. I was trained in the 70s to think that we should all be equal on all these points. But the 2nd Congressional District has a lot of candidates now, many candidates, and the one I think is going to emerge is State Senator Toy Hutchinson of Olympia Fields in the south suburbs.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She's
you'd put
young.
money on it?
Yeah. Oh, I put my name on it. I mean, I didn't endorse her, but I think she'll have the support of the Democratic Party officials. She's young. She's married with 3 children. And I think the district after Mel Reynolds, I hit the lotto, or whatever he said, with a Catholic schoolgirl. Gus Savage putting his hands all over, allegedly, over a Foreign Service or Peace Corps volunteer.
And Gus Savage, we believe, is still alive. He'd be 87 years old today. Not today, but
and if he were in the
87.
studio, he would accuse one of us of wearing our wives' underwear and the other one of having sex with boys.
He did that to Mike Flannery about the underwear. It was at Midway Airport.
I didn't put Mike's name in the column today, but yeah.
Yeah, it was at Midway Airport, and a bunch of reporters were asking that time Congressman Savage questions, and
he didn't want to answer about
he
the
didn't.
job scandal.
So he had a way of answering the question in his own little way. There's another piece of tape I have. I have that tape of Flannery asking that question.
I can't wait to hear it. Could you please?
I have that, and I also have a tape of when Giselle Fernandez went up to him at a Christmas party, was asking him stuff, and it got to the talk of illegal drugs. Let me just say that.
Wow.
Yeah.
With that district, though, with all the people running, there's a former football player running. We had Sam Adam, who I think would be an excellent candidate, the defense attorney. He'd have to take a pay cut to run. It might be time to have a woman run. And it might be time to see a woman in the context of all the things that men have done in that district.
I'm surprised Sandy Jackson's not getting a shout-out.
Well, we gave her a good shout-out last week when you helped me cast, and not that I mentioned Sandy, but a completely fictional movie, right?
Yeah.
I think it was Zoe Saldana playing Sandy Jackson in The Dynasty.
Jim in North Chicago. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning. I've got the perfect candidate for Jesse Jackson Jr.'s vacant seat. Jesse Jackson Jr. The feds want him to resign. He resigns. Now he runs again. Unless you have a teenage daughter at home, he's at least as good a candidate as Mel Reynolds.
I don't think anyone ever said anything about Jesse and teenage girls.
Well, but look at the voting habits of the public here. He's a shoo-in favorite.
He does have the experience, 12 years experience. Nobody else has.
And
There you go.
And how about this? He won his last election without even campaigning. He was at Mayo Clinic.
Who are you going to make a book on? Jesse Jackson's just a shoe-in.
Are you saying that because I'm Greek, so you dropped in the book making?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Yes, officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
It's going to be an interesting race.
It will be. And we're going to have the race card will be played. The gender card is already being played. What about Jonathan? Jonathan Jackson. Does he run? Does he get into it? He's kind of flirting with the idea. Who does his dad want to be? Is the family going to just roll over and give up the seat? I mean, that's kind of like in politics, you own the seat. It's like your own family business, right?
I don't know how sick Jesse Jr. really is. And at some point, that may come before politics. I mean, congressional seat, okay, it's a big deal and all that, but is it really that big a deal if you're talking about family and health?
And how sick is he?
I don't know.
There's a report in the Sun-Times that he was, he knew about the investigation and then decided he was sick?
Yeah, we will talk to the reporter
Let's
at
hope so.
9:37 and try to get some of that out. And a whole bunch of other stuff today. There's just...
There's so much going on.
I feel so excited. So excited today. Plus, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, John.
How so?
I saw it in Facebook.
It's my birthday today?
Yes, happy birthday. I want to be I'm probably not the first. I'm probably like maybe the couple hundredth that has wished you the birthday today, but I want to add my wishes, good wishes to you.
Thank you. And it's not my birthday, but...
it's in Facebook.
Pardon?
It's in Facebook that it's your birthday. So...
Well, it must be true.
Must be true. It is 9:15, time for traffic on the fives right here in 89 WLS. 9:16, Jake and John here.
89 WLS, 591-8900, your calls, because we know everything about the 2nd District.
You do, I don't.
I'll tell you one thing. I just heard Mel Reynolds will have a news conference today.
Announcing his candidacy, yes.
Where's he going to have it? At the Tilted Kilt?
Now, you see...
Okay, I'm sorry.
You spend years in jail for a sex offense, and right away it just fouls you the rest of your life, huh?
I think if the sex offense was he got drunk at a Sox game and had to use the alley for a washroom, that's one thing. But if it's on the phone with the young woman who was in the Catholic schools and she's telling him about another young girl who's 15. At a Catholic school, and he says, Catholic school girl, I won the lotto. That should be his campaign slogan.
Well,
Mel, win the lotto with Mel.
You know what? I went to Catholic school, and if that had happened when I was that age, well, not his age, but that age, the young girl's age, that would have been like it would have been like the lotto.
He was a congressman and an adult, and she was 15.
Well, there is the difference, yes.
So you go to prison for that.
But everybody has sex, isn't that the phrase? Everybody has sex.
I'm not going to answer that question.
I've heard that
on the advice of my counsel, who's looking at me through the glass, going, "Your wife will be listening."
I've heard that said a lot in defense of people who get caught having sex when they shouldn't be having sex. Everybody has sex. Tom in Naperville. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Jake. How you doing this morning?
Fine. I'm happy.
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you fine, Tom.
You and John Cass are a class act when you guys are on the radio in the morning. I have the perfect candidate, and his name is Pat Fitzgerald. The only reason why is he's done a fabulous job and a meticulous job in our Department of Defense of Illinois and weeding out corruption. My question to you today is that if he got elected, would the other House of Representatives work with him?
You have to live in the district, and you have to take...
No. You don't have to live in the district to
that's
run.
right. You have to live in the district to serve.
To serve, yeah. Once you're elected, then you can move into the district, yes.
I don't think he'd get a lot of support from the Cook County Democratic Party or the Republican Party.
He wouldn't
of
get...
Salini.
I don't think he'd get 10%.
Yeah, John?
Yeah, but you know what, though, Tom? I did try to get him elected to some office. He and Patrick Collins, who prosecuted George Ryan and the Daily Boys, the Daily Patronage guys, the office was Grand Marshal of the St. Patrick's Day Parade. I thought that they would be the perfect candidates for it, and I wanted them to be leading the march.
Right.
And you know what? The St. Patrick's Society wouldn't go for it.
Right. John?
Yeah?
I'm a union truck driver, not saying union or non-union. I'm retired now, but I have never campaigned on the street for anybody, but I would literally take a part-time job or maybe a full-time job campaigning for a man that has scruples like Pat Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
I would take the time to do the right thing with him.
Thank you, Tom.
And he did the right thing for the state.
I think
the reason is because Peter Fitzgerald, the former senator, remember?
Yeah.
He brought a guy from out of town, no connection to anybody, who wanted to go after it. And for that, Peter Fitzgerald was vilified by the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, driven out of politics. Just think about that.
Yeah, I don't think Pat Fitzgerald will ever run for office. He needs to make. He served a lot of time in government. I think he needs to make some money now for the family.
He's got a couple kids.
Yeah, you got to look for you got to look out for the family, because if you don't look out for your family, who's going to look out for him?
Nobody.
9:21. We will be right back right after this.
89 WLS. When you want Chicago's classic hits, turn to 94.7 WLS. For traffic and weather info, tune in to 890 AM WLS for traffic and weather first on the fives when you need it most.
John Cass, Jake Hartford.
Jake, how are you?
I'm fine. Happy birthday, John.
It's not my birthday.
It said so on Facebook.
I guess it's true. I heard it on the radio. It must be true. If it's this station, it's obviously true.
Glenn in Bolingbrook. Good morning, Glenn.
Glenn.
Yeah. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Question I have is about Mel Reynolds. What has his employment been since being let out of prison to now?
I read somewhere that he's been doing, or has been, or may still be doing work for Operation Push, Rainbow Coalition.
Yeah, I think they put him on the payroll somewhere when he came out. And he's not a talk show host anymore, is he?
No.
So if he's running if he's on the I don't know exactly what he's doing, but if he's still on the payroll of a push-related enterprise, and he's talking about running, should we take him at his word? Or is he just stalking for Jonathan or something? I don't know. You never know. Do you know, sir, Glenn, what he's doing?
No, I don't know. I just was curious what he's been doing and what qualifies him, and so on.
What qualifies him is that he's qualified to run the lottery, apparently.
Oh, geez. There you go. Thank you, Glenn.
$500 million. Lotto.
I do know he's going to be fundraising
I'm not letting it go.
The next couple mornings. He's out raising money to campaign.
Should we forgive him? Do you forgive him, Jake?
It's not.
No.
It's not in my. I'm not in that position to be the one to forgive.
And it's not in my nature to forgive when it's like that.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Time for news, weather, traffic. When we come back, we're going to have the reporter from the Sun-Times who broke the story this morning about Jesse Jr. maybe being tipped off. All that and more as we continue right here in 89 WS.
Never had sex with this woman in any way, shape, or form.
Who's a child molester?
89 WLS is breaking news, comprehensive coverage, and revealing insight. Chicago's talk leader, 89 WLS.
Bring it on.